I do want to say, welcome back, Dan.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate
You're
it.
back. Yeah.
Yes.
And I didn't say this through Slack. I wanted to say this in person.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was your birthday. Happy birthday,
It was my
man.
birthday. Yes. This boomer just got a year older.
Dude, I was upstairs thinking, I was like, do I ask him if he's closer to boomer age? And I was like, no, but that doesn't make any sense because it's a year.
I was going to say, isn't it a generational thing?
Yeah. It's a generational thing, yeah. But I was very, like, I was debating and I was just like, what's Dan going to say? He's going to be like, well, I'm pretty sure it's not quite, the years don't line up. I'm not good at accents.
I would just like everyone to know that I sent Dan a belated happy birthday message.
The only person in Slack to have mentioned it at all. So Corey gets double points.
But does it make more sense to say it in person? Is it still
there's certainly a nicer maybe more heartfelt, but obviously what Corey took advantage of on Slack was be able to send links to things. And so Corey sent a link to a terrifying New Zealand clown.
The new one, the new birthday guy.
God.
Oh my, Corey sent this to me and she was just like, birthday guy 2.0. And I watched one video and I was like, my exact words to her. Do you have the message?
Yeah.
My exact words to her were, hold up, let me see if I can pull this up.
Julian says, oh God, this one is creepy though. But this is to give everybody at home a little insight here. This is what I sent Dan yesterday.
Hello there. Happy birthday for the other day. I'm a happy birthday singer and I've been asked to come and sing a belated happy birthday song just for you. Oh, happy birthday to you.
Hello there.
This is horrifying.
Because I saw in the little Slack preview, I was like, Corey says happy birthday and then there's a YouTube link. And so I naturally assume it's going to be the lovely.
It's your birthday today, Daniel. But I was like, no, you got that last year.
I'll go with something a lot creepier. Just a guy.
I was looking to see if Epic Happy Birthdays had belated, and they don't.
They should do.
I didn't look on their website, so maybe that's why I didn't find it, but I didn't find it on YouTube.
Hey, shout out to the Epic Happy Birthdays guy, which we presume we might know his identity, and he lives in New York.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Not trying to say we doxed you, but we might have doxed you. But
I mean, technically, Epic Happy Birthdays is 2 people. We only know one of them.
Okay.
Yes. But shout out to you. Make a belated song.
Yeah, make a belated one. Yeah. Useful. Very useful.
And also, while you're there, can you do one that's Ida, A-Y-D-A?
Is this your personal request? He has a thing on his website where you can email him.
That's spending $38 for him to get the views on YouTube.
As he should.
As he should.
I agree. I'm giving him ideas. I'm not telling him to do it. I'm saying that maybe you should.
For the litany, for the oceans of Idas out there.
I'm just saying, I think that this would be very nice.
No, of course. I mean, but that's
the
why
world would be a better place.
But it's like a Patreon. He's got his paying subscription. He does work for. He puts a lot of effort into these videos.
I'm just giving him an idea. Am I allowed to give him an idea?
You can. But also, you should pay him.
Just pay him.
Pay him the money.
It's $40. He's not charging $300.
I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I know how much AdSense you get. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God! Imagine none of his stuff is monetizable. That would be great. Do you think? Okay,
it's a custom song. I would think it would be
that's what I was thinking.
monetizable.
That locked up.
There's one person that has like IP on this, like created IP,
just
and it's
see it rolling in, baby. Everyone's got a birthday.
He's got one lawsuit. Hey man, so I tried doing this idea like years ago, and you're actually monetizing off of it. So like, it was my idea first, bro. Like,
I wrote the lyrics actually. Oh, where'd you get those ideas from? My head.
Just wrote down a Post-it note one day.
I will say, how does IP work? Because like, I'm always so confused about. Yes, intellectual property.
Yeah.
Like you can copyright things, but something being an idea or a concept.
It's very tricky.
Yeah. Can you there's got to be loopholes around that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, you get into all of it with lots of like music stuff these days. Like Ed Sheeran had to go to court and like prove that he had written,
which was insane.
Say it the right way. He had to go to court when his grandma died.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he couldn't go to his grandma's funeral in Ireland because he was in court for that.
No, you're right. Sorry. Yeah. I did know that because that was his like like that was his starting point.
That was
He's
his
like,
argument.
this is really dumb, guys.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to say this isn't a song that I wrote?
And also, like, they couldn't have paused the trial for a few days so he could go to Ireland for his grandmother's funeral.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's not that big. Like, I get it. Like, in the eye of the law, it's a big deal. But, like, honestly, that was someone's life.
Justice for Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Justice for Ed Sheeran.
Nanny
also,
Sheeran.
Justice for Nanny
Sheeran deserves to have, you know, if you've got one super famous relative, you want them at your funeral. Do you know what I mean?
it's true.
That's what I'm saying.
When you're like looking on from the afterlife, you want to be able to say, Splala, Ed Sheeran, baby, Grammy nominee.
That's my grandson.
Would it be like Nanny Sheeran's funeral featuring a performance by Ed Sheeran?
Oh my God.
We love you, Nanny. This one goes out to you. Club is the best time I'll ever tell you about.
I think he would choose the song A-Team instead because that one's a little bit better.
Nothing about make it bounce to your body.
I'm in love with the shape of your coffin.
Or he could do a cover. He could do Living in a Box. Knock on Wood.
Knock on wood. Help me, I'm trapped 6 feet under. You won't get any of this life insurance. God.
This got dark.
This got really dark.
Yeah.
I blame Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. Justice, and we hate you, Ed Sheeran.
Also, Ed Sheeran, I know you live in Brooklyn. Call me. Thank you.
We're just doxing everybody else out here, you know? Just like,
that
here's
one's
all the
public
people.
knowledge. That one's public knowledge.
That is public knowledge.
He has a very, very beautiful home in Dumbo.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Everyone's going to Dumbo. Remember when Jay-Z bought that house in Dumbo? Crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
I mean, it has to only be famous people because it's so expensive.
But then Dumbo just looks dirty. Like have you seen the area in Dumbo? Like parts of it's kind of like nice, and parts of it's kind of like
say it the right
construction.
way. The part near the bridge looks nice, but that's about it.
Yeah, and then there's this giant head under like the bridge. Have you seen this like statue of a giant head?
Head?
It was the Ask Billy when you see him today, because we were walking in Dumbo the other day, and I saw this like art piece that was just a giant terracotta head,
right,
with like 2 viewing windows on the inside. So like we passed by it, and I was like, "That's creepy." And then he goes, "There's a window in there," and I was like, "Is there anyone there?"
Did you get in it?
No, absolutely not. It was almost like 11, 12. And I was like,
PM or AM?
AM. Like we were nearing the dark hours of the night.
that would be 11 PM.
That's true, actually.
But yeah, 11 p.m., 12 a.m., you know, like around that time.
I see.
Yeah. When you said a.m., I thought 12 a.m.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know what you meant. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, okay.
11 p.m.
Well, yeah, I knew that. Okay. Well, anyways, before this goes off the rails, welcome to the recap room. Hey everyone, welcome to the Recap Room, your go-to podcast for all the inside scoop and hot takes on all our favorite shows. Today on the pod, we have 2 very special guests. I'm not just saying 1, I'm saying 2 so that nobody feels left out.
I was about to say, you never call me a special guest.
Oh. Well, today we have one of the special guests being Corey.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And the second special guest, the one who flew all the way from the UK, past his birthday, not a boomer, not a Gen Z, a millennial, Daniel.
Go Daniel, it's your birthday. Go Daniel, it's your birthday. That's all you get.
Very nice. Very nice.
Because I sing it so well, we'll get copyrighted if I sing it.
That
is very
beautiful.
True.
People say, "Hey, you can't use the recording of that song."
I was about to say that was the original, dude. I mean, like it's oh god. But before we say that we have a very special episode today, we wanted to talk about DJ Khaled because we were speaking a little bit about DJ Khaled. We're just going to go on a little side tangent.
Yeah.
So, do you know about DJ Khaled memes?
I do not know about DJ Khaled memes. There was the only one that I know is recently I saw a video of him putting. And he did a really long putt, and it was very impressive. And then he stared at the camera for a while, and then he said some really weird.
Let's go golfing.
It was something really like non sequitur, like you wouldn't expect it. And I just think, oh, he's a weird guy,
dude. I don't know what it is with his like one-liners. So, do you know about the history of DJ Khaled and his like?
The only thing I know about DJ Khaled is that he's a big fan of my team, Miami Heat. Love the Miami Heat. and that he once very publicly said that he would never go down on a woman.
I'm sorry, what?
That there was in some kind of weird macho, yeah. So that's genuinely the only two pieces of information that I have about DJ Khaled.
That was the last thing I was expecting DJ Khaled to say. Like, out of all the things DJ Khaled says, that's one thing that I'm like.
He loves the Miami Heat. He does not like cunnilingus. That's it. That's all I know. I think he makes music, but I couldn't.
He does.
So he's a producer. He produces a lot of big tracks and stuff, and he's well known in the industry. And so he blew up on Snapchat when Snapchat was prevalent at the time during 2016, being one of the most viewed accounts on Snapchat as public stories. And he would always brag about the keys to success, and like he had his like one-liners. He kind of stayed out of the public eye for a little bit. At some point, he did come back for like marketing reasons, promoting his new album. There was a beef that he had with Tyler, the Creator, over album sales, and he was whining like a baby. But the memes are these videos that randomly will come up on timelines, and it's just one-liners of him just, first he'll ask his personal chef to like name all the things that are on his plate.
Oh, God.
And then if there's something in particular, he'll be like, I can't even describe it. Like, here's a clip.
Shrimp shumai, and then half of them have chili aioli.
Shrimp what?
Steamed shrimp shumai.
Have you ever played rugby?
DJ Khaled confuses me.
Like, I feel I'm gonna show you afterwards. I have to show you afterwards. But like, some of his lines include, "Let's go golfing.
Let's go golfing. Lovely.
Bring out the lobster. That's what I call a cappuccino." And my favorite video of all time was a video of DJ Khaled getting gifted a toilet by Drake, and then explaining to his fans and the people watching, this is the insert brand name here, toilet. It's got many features. It's got Bluetooth. It's got like it like sings to you, and it's got like
toilet.
It's crazy. But then the part that gets me is, you know, it's so insane. And if any of y'all have been to Drake's house, you could imagine how amazing this toilet is. And everyone in the comments like, no, DJ Khaled, we've never been to Drake's house. How would we know what this toilet's like? None of us have ever gotten invited to this place. So,
you ever wonder, DJ Khaled, whether you've lost touch with the common man? You just assume that random people watching your videos will have been to Drake's.
That's what I'm saying.
Surely everyone's been to Drake's house.
Everyone's been to Drake's house.
He's been famous since.
Dude, he's my cousin. Like, I go to his house all the time. Like, but yeah, it's very odd. But
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, Corey, what are you thinking? You got a concerned look on your face.
I don't know any of this. Like, I don't know DJ Khaled like this, so I'm honestly just taking it all in, and he always seemed like a weird person.
That makes me feel less old.
I think it's good. I think it's okay. I will say another honorable mention is when he gets lost at sea in a jet ski and tries to find his way back home.
That one you've shown me.
The entire thing. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'll show you after the pod.
Call 911.
Yeah. Call 911 before asking all of your fans to message your wife or something or someone. He's like, if you know so-and-so person, let them know I'm out here.
Yeah.
Where, DJ Khaled? You're in the middle of the ocean on a jet ski. Where?
I am currently located on one of the 70% of the planet's surface that is the ocean. Narrow it down to that.
You just see the Google Maps, and it's just a dot in the middle of like an ocean with like two cities in between.
Also, it's like, bro, two things. One, find my phone, find my friends.
No.
Two, Life 360. Those are two things that he could have like
What's
shared.
Life 360?
You don't know what Life 360 is?
No.
Neither of you guys know what Life 360 is?
I never know what anything is on this podcast.
Oh my God. Okay. So
we got to quiz you later, so don't worry.
I guess this is more of like a my generation thing. I don't know. Because Julian, you're my generation too, but like we're in different parts.
Yeah, because you're closer to Gen Z than I am.
No.
Yeah.
I don't proclaim that. Thank you. I was born in 99.
I was born in 95.
I'm just letting you know.
There's a 4-year
difference. When does Gen Z start?
I think it's like 2001.
No.
That's only like 2 years away from now.
It's not 99. I can tell you that much.
Hold up. I'll look this up real quick.
I am not Gen Z.
Wow.
Well, no, actually, I am Gen Z.
I was about to say, like,
technically, I did it wrong.
Gen Z.
I did it wrong.
Start.
I thought you meant the new one.
Gen Z, 1997 to 2012.
Oh.
Millennials is 1981 to 1996.
That's me.
Why did I think that you were a Gen Z with me?
Because I'm technically a zillennial. I mean,
You're a fake millennial.
How am I a fake millennial? I'm literally right at the cusp.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So Life 360
Yes. So this
is a
became
young person thing, because when you first said it, I thought it was those things where old people have like red ropes in their bathrooms
not like
in case
that.
they fall over.
So Life
Sounds
3
like life alert or like a life straw. That's
So
like what I thought
I
about.
will say I don't have like a vast I just had like an introduction with Life 360. I don't know everything it does.
You know more than this guy and this guy.
Yeah, that's
so
true. So Life
learn
360
us.
is an app where basically most people, like when they give their kid a phone at like 15, 16, download it onto their phone, and Life 360 will show you your entire family on there.
Wow. Okay.
Like everybody who has the app.
Sure.
It'll tell you if you're on Wi-Fi, if you're on data, I think.
Right.
It'll show you how much battery they have. It'll tell you how fast you're driving in the car.
Wow.
Yeah. I never had it because my parents are not very technologically advanced. My boyfriend's family has it though. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of information that I'm getting about you.
Speed that you're driving is
that's
a
pretty
big
cool.
one.
But yeah, it's basically an app that'll quite literally tell you everything about the person that you are. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why like parents download it onto like kids' phones.
Yeah. Oh, that makes
Wait,
sense.
without them knowing?
I mean, if you're giving your kid a phone for the first time type of thing.
Make sure it's locked up.
I see. I see.
You know, it's more of like a let's make sure my kid's actually at school type of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying like 15, 16, that makes sense for that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Do you remember when this podcast used to be about AGT?
Yeah, I don't remember that. But you know, I think
before I left, it was about AGT, and now I come back and it's
the 5 people that listen to us or watch us that are just like, get on with it already. All right, so for those people right over here, we have an amazing episode. Sorry for getting sidetracked on DJ Khaled and other things, but we have an amazing episode today. We are at the the finals. These are the finals.
Yeah, this is the
finals. The big one.
The big one. We are at the finals. And we got some great performances. But before we talk about these performances in depth, we are going to go into Slay or Nay, where we go through all of the acts and we give them a Slay or an A using one of the various buttons that we have.
Oh, lots of lovely buttons.
I'll take the Nay. Do you want to take? I don't know. Yeah. All right.
I get the Slay.
My birthday.
And we're still going to do. We're still going to do the same thing. You can press.
Yeah. What is? I saw.
Oh yeah, Dan didn't see this
button. My friend Leilani gave this to me. Shout out to you again. And oh God, Dan.
Okay, no, so this is I press?
Just press it.
Occasionally I'll hit somebody with my car.
That's great.
It has so many different quotes from it. Yeah, it's so great.
Nice.
It's so great. So again, shout out to you, Leilani. Appreciate you. All right. So let's get into Slay or Nay. Slay or Nay, Kodi Lee.
Slay. Slay.
What?
Nay.
I'm mixing it up already, guys.
Oh, holy shit, dude! It's the first one, man.
Yeah, I know, and I've got a perfect 5 and 5. Thanos energy is burning through me. I'm doing
Give
good.
us your little Thanos dance real quick. Oh God!
That's the Thanos.
Is that when he first acquired the Infinity Gauntlet?
That's when he's I'm so balanced.
Slay.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Dan's really stirring shit up here now.
Yeah.
All right. Sofie Dossi.
Slay. Slay.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you got me. You got me there. All right. All right. Pack Drumline.
Nay. Nay. Nay.
There we go.
Wow. Sorry, guys.
As it should be.
All right. Unbeatable.
Slay. Slay. Slay.
So many slays. All right. Ramadhani brothers. We got to give it to them. Gotta be.
Slay.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Slay.
Also, Corey, hold it right up here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so you
Here?
can hear it. Yeah.
Slay.
There we
There
go.
we go.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
we go.
Musa Motha.
Slay. Nay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Slay.
Oh,
right.
sitting on the fence, Julian.
The snay.
You'll get splinters up your butt crack.
That's
why you don't sit on the fence, dude.
Not even
Pick
around
a
it,
side.
man. Up. It's
Yikes.
painful. Let's see. Aidan Bryant.
Slay. Nay. Nay.
Wow, I thought that was going to be more controversial.
Yeah. Shadow Ace.
Slay.
Are you doing the same time?
All right. Oh, wait, for you or for me?
For both of us.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Slay.
1, 2, 3.
Slay.
Yep.
Awesome.
I like this connection we got here.
Okay.
Billy and Emily England.
Slay. Slay.
Yeah.
Slay.
All right. And Sainted.
Nay. Nay.
And then hit it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Slay.
Damn.
Wow.
This is a spicy episode.
Anyway.
All right. Let's just jump right into it because we kept you guys waiting for so long. So let's start with Kodi Lee. So Dan.
Yes.
Very bold.
I kind of feel a little bit bad, I suppose, because it's similar to the criticisms that I had of him in the semi-finals. I can't remember which episode I was on.
Corey, wait, you have to pick and choose your words wisely because the semifinal one is the one that made Corey cry, and she was very
really
the one where he sang the song about his mom.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember which one it was, but I think this is where once you start getting into your kind of your fantasy leagues, your all stars, your champions is kind of like let's come back and do something else. I think this is where singing acts have a tough time.
Yeah.
Because however good you are, we've seen it.
Right.
And you're not going to be like, unless you're throwing in backflips or fire, then it's like, it's, I don't know, you want to see, and plenty of people tonight on this show did take it up a notch.
Right.
And I don't think he necessarily has that chance to do that. I also think once you've done your own songs and they've been good, I think going back to a cover is, and the judges pointed it out, that it was, it does feel like a bit of a step down. So I think he's obviously an incredible singer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's obviously has a connection to the music that we will never understand in a quite a kind of powerful way. I think it means more to him than it does to most people. But I just it didn't kind of blow me away. It didn't give me anything that I hadn't seen or heard before.
Okay, so then I'm going to say to you here, do you think that this was him necessarily, or do you think that it's the fact that his mentor changed? Because beginning of the show, the other 2 episodes, Simon was his mentor. And we know how Simon is in the sense of like, Simon is all about original music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then he gets moved to Howie, and Howie is not the best when it comes to music.
Howie threw that out the window and was just like, you're singing a Queen song and you're going to like
which
it.
I hate to say it. He did a really good job on this song. Howie, give him an Elton John song. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
You're saying it like it's obvious though. Like
it is obvious.
What about it's obvious?
Because I have seen Kodi Lee perform an Elton John song on YouTube and it's really good.
But that doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, his vocal stylings aren't necessarily similar to Elton John. You can say that it's a good idea, but you can't say it as if it's like, obviously, Jesus Christ, the audience is crying
For me,
out.
it's an obvious thing.
Okay.
So it's subjective.
If you say so, if you would like to say that. But I would just like to remind you here that
I think it is. I think it is. I think it's
I also will say that I agreed with Simon in the sense of like Kodi Lee always makes a song his.
Yeah.
Like this was not a drunk girl in the pub at 11:30 p.m. singing this song like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
This was a Kodi Lee has perfected this down to every single crumb.
I did like the rendition. I'm not going to lie. Like I thought, and it's a big ask to go for a Queen song.
Yes.
Because there are certain songs that you just don't touch, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
But it was great. I thought it was great.
And it does raise a very interesting question, I think, with Kodi Lee, because obviously his mind obviously works in a different way. So you do wonder, like, how much of it, and because we have interviewed him,
Yes.
that the questions all need to be laid out, and he needs to know what's coming, and so in terms of like, I don't know, improvisation or whatever that we would all do, having a normal conversation, he's not necessarily capable of that. So you wonder with something like this, how much of it is him? Do you know what I mean? Like how much of it is he just, can you just play a rendition of a song for him and he'll just, right, I've got it and I can do it.
Yeah.
Or is he actually listening to Bohemian Rhapsody and thinking, well, I could do this, or it would be very interesting, I think, to find out a little bit more about his kind of creative process, because it would be, again, very different to a lot of other people's. But yeah, you make a good point that it felt very different. And we've seen on AGT Champions, we saw... Are
you bringing up Angelina Jordan? I was going to bring that up too.
Doing a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody. Again, very different and a very Angelina Jordan way of doing it. So it's such a
she
iconic
slows down the song as if you're driving through molasses every single time. Love her voice. She's amazing. But oh my God, I'm like, girl, sing faster. Come on. The tempo is here. You're going like this.
Just for those of us joining late, this is Corey Caesar criticizing Angelina Jordan for how to sing a song.
And if y'all remember, if you're fans of the podcast, y'all remember that this was the same exact thing that she said about Putri Ariani.
No, Putri Ariani was a different thing.
Guys, she's on Instagram. Just hit her up. You need her help.
I think it was the exact same thing. You literally told her to speed up her singing.
No, I told her that for a specific reason, though.
What was the reason?
That she kept getting...
It.
No.
Subjective.
No. Putri Ariani kept being put in the final slot of the night, and it's pushing 10 p.m.
Yeah,
girl.
Wait. But why? Why? Because
she's putting everybody to sleep. No one cares if you go through or not. If you're putting everyone to sleep, I'm just saying.
What were you doing at that moment?
I was not brushing my teeth or
Are
anything
you sure?
during that.
Because
No,
I
I'm
remember
sure.
specifically.
No, I'm sure.
That's
it was
the
different
routine.
people. It was
Because I
different
remember
people.
you were just like putting us to sleep, and I'm like, I remember parts of this conversation.
No, it was different people that I would go and brush my teeth during.
Everyone's brushing their teeth by this point. You need to give me something that I can jive to.
Putri
Ariani. She's phenomenal.
I mean, she's great.
Yeah.
She's great. You know?
I mean, it felt like it took her 12 years to finish the song. I'm not going to lie. That's my one. Putri is so talented. I would appreciate it if she sang a bit quicker.
Wow. Would you say that of Adele?
Yes. I feel the same way about Adele's music. I'm not a fan of like slower songs. And like, here's the thing. I know she's doing it to show off her vocal range. On the Putri Lavender debate, I'm on Lavender's side here because Lavender keeps singing like quicker songs.
Okay.
And I prefer Lavender's voice. It's nothing to do with either of them personally. I just prefer Lavender.
I love how we just automatically just pitted them against each other. Just like, we have to put them in the same category.
Everybody online is. Everybody online is. I don't know if it's maybe the fact that like it airing in on the East Coast is so late because like if you think about it, West Coast, I think they're the same time except for the live shows. But I think that was during the live show. So I'm like, girl, it's 7 p.m. for you. It's 10 for me. Can you please do me a favor?
I will say there is some truth to the whole placement and the spots.
Yeah.
Yes. It is strategic. You're right about that. I just think it's funny that you're just like, come on now. Like,
sing the song.
I'm about to head into my routine. I'm knocking out. If it's not good within the first 5 seconds, I'm going to bed.
Well, you know how they say leave the best for last. I would love to see like this show-stopping number at the end, and I just didn't feel like any of her music was like that because it was so slow.
Right.
And I was falling asleep. That's what I had to say about
the subjectivity. You were falling asleep.
I'm sure I'm not the only person that was falling asleep.
Okay.
Everyone on the Eastern Seaboard was...
Every single
Everyone's
person.
just like, I can't do this, guys. Putri's act was the most slept on the East Coast.
Quite literally.
Let's just move on. I'm sorry, Corey.
It's fine.
We're just teasing you. All right, next we have Sofie Dossi. So I have a couple of notes about this, and my goodness, the amount of strength this girl has. Because, like, we've seen the bow and arrow thing. You know, we've seen her do this, like, handstand. Where else do you go from there?
Yeah.
You put a fucking wheel. You get a wheel, and then you kind of just... And she's not even, like, carefully, like... You know what I'm saying?
She was and using her legs
That's
as
what
like
I'm
a
saying.
little, like
momentum. It was crazy. Like... What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. I thought it was really impressive, and I thought I agreed with Mel. Mel saying that it was a short act because I wish there was more because it left you wanting more, which maybe is a strategy.
Yeah,
maybe could be a thing of like, if you want to see more of this podcast, click the link right over here. Like that kind of thing, you know, but, or like, I don't know, it left you wanting more, which I think is a good thing, but at the same time, it's a competition. So,
and this is the final.
You got to kind of give it to us. Maybe if you did this during the second round, maybe.
But she didn't get a second round because she got a golden buzzer.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What did y'all think?
I think having the wheel gives her the opportunity to do what Kodi Lee couldn't do, in that like she can step it like we've never seen the wheel before. I mean,
That's a little bit of shade there.
That was shade.
Just a little bit.
But like, because I said that he couldn't step it up. He couldn't bring something new by virtue of him being a singer.
Of course.
Right.
She can say, right, let's bring in this big fucking wheel and I'll do something that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like he isn't capable of doing that because he's a singer. But she can reconfigure the way that she does things. And I think it was great. I think it was absolutely fantastic. I will say just very briefly, as a little bit of a criticism, as she's like setting up the wheel thing and she's getting ready to, and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And then Mel B, and this is indicative of the whole night, Mel B says, don't say it's going to spin. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Obviously, it's going to spin. We're all thinking it's going to spin. Just allow the moment to have
I think it's funny because I know the producers are definitely the people who are just like, we got to include it because then it's gonna be like this like great moment. But realistically,
I hate it. And it was all night, like periodically through different acts. They would cut to the judges, and the judges would have, and it was always it's Howie is the worst. Some kind of comment of like, oh, I can't believe that, blah, blah, blah. And it feels like sitting in a cinema next to somebody who's talking to you, and you're like, Howie, I'm watching it. Can I watch this?
Do you see what's happening?
It's like I'm sitting right next to you.
Ignore the 5 minutes that we're missing from me talking to you right now. But do you see this? Like,
drives me insane. Having a little comment. I'm like, can we just watch the thing?
Yeah. Keep watching.
Exactly. Like, just watch it.
Yeah, it's great.
So Mel B doing that was indicative of the whole night. Judges comment, like, we don't need it. Like, these acts are incredible enough on their own.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't need a little like running commentary from these four idiots. Like, come on, really annoyed me.
Yeah.
But I think she was incredible. And also, and I checked her age, so it's not too bad that I'm saying this. 3 words: shiny gold bum. Lovely. There we go. She's 22. It's not great. It's not great.
Just 1 year off the cutoff point. No, 2 years.
It's 18.
I'm not doing it for drinking.
Cutoff is 18.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she's an adult.
She's above.
Oh, God.
I mean, certainly, but just from a visual perspective, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Wow.
So I will say I was really nervous you both were going to write the same thing down, and I was like ready to rebuttal it this entire time. Because I saw a lot of people.
You wrote down shiny gold bum as well?
No. I did not write down shiny gold bum. A lot of people on like Reddit and Twitter were like, "Does anyone else see the rope?"
Yeah, the thing in the back, right?
So
was that a safety harness?
So some people may not know this. Sofie Dossi, really big on YouTube as well.
Right.
And for every single performance, she's done like a behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Watched it yesterday. The best behind the scenes video I've ever seen. I will say that. And so her dad is the one who figures out all the ideas for her.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So he was the one who came up with the idea of the spinning wheel of death.
Wow.
The stunt coordinator was with them, and he was like to Sofie, he's like, listen, I have to have you in a harness for this act because you're facing down. He's like, and you're above the amount of feet where you could be seriously injured.
Right.
So it's either net, or which would not help at all.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to die if you fall.
Yeah.
He's like, or harness. He's like, I'm putting you in a harness for this one. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Also, I will say about you guys saying that it was short. She only had, so there was 3 weeks, she mentioned specifically 3 weeks between her golden buzzer and this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And every single day of those 3 weeks, she was practicing to be able to do what she called the hops.
Wow.
Oh, really?
She was doing it every single day.
That's gotta be
except for
tough.
one day. The day before they were going to LA for their dress rehearsal, because the wheel broke mechanically.
Wow.
Yeah. So that day she had to like basically figure out what she was going to do if they couldn't do the wheel.
I will say,
Yeah.
I think it's smart to just give yourself a break. Even I think that was a blessing.
She did take a break, but she's
Yeah.
like, I feel more tired than I did when I was rehearsing.
Yeah.
But so she kept like showing her hands, and like her hands were all cut
like calluses and
everywhere.
everything, just the entire
completely cut up. She goes, at this point, it hurts to do this.
It's like a gymnast's hands. Have you ever seen a gymnast's hands? It's crazy.
It's exactly the same, I think.
Yeah. Or even people going rock climbing or like bouldering.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There was a point in time where I was going bouldering for a little bit of time, and like my calluses started like ripping, but I didn't feel pain, and it felt fine.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm getting strong. And then I stopped going.
You get a pin. It's like, it's not going in. It's not going in.
I can't feel anything right now, guys.
But no, like she worked really damn hard on it.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next act. We have the pack drumline. We're continuing with the same theme that has come up in the last two podcasts. Dan, how is it that you make a good act better?
You add fire. I'm gonna set the
Whoa! I feel like just these Got Talent shows just always set shit on fire when they're just like, okay, we've done the same thing over and over again. What else can we do? Fire. Oh my God. Rubik's Cube isn't that interesting to just solve on its own. How do I make this more interesting? I set myself on fire. Like,
I will say that guy was a stunt performer. He's used to being lit on fire.
Oh yeah, no, of course. But I just think it's funny that it's like
AGT must just have this kind of pyromaniacal producer who's just sitting in the corner like, okay, so we're brainstorming fire. It's like, you keep on pitching that, Glenn. We can't always do fire.
Guys, I really think this act needs some fire,
Maybe
something about this lighter that's kind of good,
Hey, Kodi, you really like that piano? Yeah, want to set it on fire, maybe?
God, I mean, it was good.
They have a really good relationship with the fire department. Because anytime you do like a stunt like that with fire, you have to have the fire department there.
Maybe he's got like one of the producers got like a brother in the fire department, so he knows that if they do fire, then he'll get
They never see each other outside of the show.
And just like, there's so many legal fees we have to pay if something goes wrong. Guys, don't worry. I got old Tommy on the job right here. I know a guy. It's okay. I'm cool with the whole squad down there. You know what?
That'll be about $250.
I get it all.
Good use of the money.
Thank you.
Sorry,
What's going on?
I got too
you got too excited, man.
You were too excited about that.
Dan, are you
I was
a
getting too far into
pyromaniac?
character with this Glenn producer. My criticisms of this are exactly the same as my criticisms from previous rounds. It's a drum line where it's seemingly not about drums.
Yeah.
Like the music is far too loud behind them. You think if they weren't playing those drums, would it have sounded much different? I don't think it would have done. They're just trying to think of weird ways to play drums. Hey, what if we're upside down? What if we're on each other's shoulders? What if, at one point, what if we're blindfolded?
What if there are no drums?
For the guys who are just playing one drum, like I'm sure they're not looking at the drum every single time when they're. At least give me a section, like, because I understand part of the thing is the energy and the dancing and all of that, and so they want the song behind them. But just give me a section in the middle where it's like breaking down and the music stops and you just hear the drums. How about that for a drum line?
That'd be great.
Just to get a little sense of like, oh yeah, they are.
Or
really
even
good
some crowd work. What if you give a certain section of the crowd some drums and you tell them play this easy beat and then we'll build up on it or something?
But just make the drums more of the thing as opposed to like jumping around and dancing. Yeah.
Corey, you got a burning thought.
Dan, your comment about the music being too loud was very boomer of you.
I'm not saying it like, thank you. I'm not saying it's too loud as if I'm in a pub trying to have a conversation.
It seems like you are, though.
It was your birthday recently. How old are you again?
I'm 77 years old, and I don't take kindly to young whippersnappers like you talking to me about how loud things. The drums weren't loud enough. How about that? Let's flip it on its head. I'm cool. I'm still young, dude.
Was the act mother?
No.
Don't even get it.
No.
The act was drum. Let's say that.
It's funny you said that you have the same criticism as last time because I do too, in the sense of like I just don't like the pack drum line. I just don't. Like,
well, at least you're being constructive.
I'm just being honest here. So I don't know if you're on the podcast where I talked about it, but the pack drum line, I'm just like everybody else got to like the finals of their show on this show. they only had an audition. They didn't make it past judge cuts. So
Right.
I'm like, they didn't make it past judge cuts.
It's another one of these weird arbitrary Corey rules.
They didn't make it past judge cuts.
Sure.
And then Simon put them in the Las Vegas show for 6 to 8 months.
Right.
The show that was originally marketed as only finalists and winners
Sure.
and legends.
None of this so far has.
It doesn't
affected
make any
their
sense to me.
performance in
It doesn't
Fantasy
make
League.
any sense to me because I'm just like, they have not gone through they were at a point before where I was like, if they came back for a normal AGT season, I'd be fine with it.
Right.
I don't think that they necessarily were deserving of coming back for Fantasy League.
Okay.
I know Simon may have felt that way, but I'm like, yeah, I bet they're great in Vegas, but like low key, it seems like you're shoving them down my throat. Like I need to care about them when like genuinely you didn't put them through judge cuts.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted me to care about them, put them in the semifinals.
Right.
So other than the performance, this also sounds subjective.
No, I said I just don't like them at all. I've never
That makes
liked
sense.
them.
No, of course.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm like, I don't. And also, I agree with you. You don't hear any of the drumming, and
No.
it's like they seem like lovely people.
Yeah.
Lovely people, and like I know from my background of like reading up on them, like they're very accomplished and like cool. But why?
And as we
Show
said,
us that.
as we said last time they were on, I wonder whether because of mixing or whatever it is, like live,
Live,
I'm
they're probably
sure
great.
they're much better, but it
Oh,
just
absolutely.
doesn't translate.
It doesn't
across
translate
in the way
correctly.
that they did.
No, because the judges even say that it's amazing.
And
but
I'm
it's
like, where?
People are
we're not
losing
seeing
their minds
this,
in the
you know?
crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like we'll talk about it later, but I feel like it's the same thing with Sainted.
Oh, we'll get to that later. But first, before we get to Sainted, let's move on to our next act. We have The Unbeatable.
And I mean, they are, aren't they? Because they're so good every single time.
Yeah.
They're giving you something different. What I like about this is that the previous round, that I saw at least, was them with the mopeds.
Yeah.
Which is like a huge step up. Oh my God, how are you throwing this in? And this one, they say, well, the new thing we've got is just platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just platform.
Dude,
and
you
then
should
the
have
weird
seen-
like towel thing.
Oh, that towel thing was so
was
cool because it was
amazing.
literally the dude just got on it. They bounced him back, and his trajectory,
It was like a
literally
video
looked
game.
like.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of video games,
Oh.
did you feel this way as well when they pulled out the barrels? I was like, they're gonna get shot out of that, like in Donkey Kong Country, and that was the first thought. And then I was like, wait, no, they're not.
why
How is
would
that even
they?
possible? But that's the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, cool, they're gonna shoot him out the barrels. And I was like, wait, this is real life. This is not a video
Flying
game.
through the air, picking up those bananas.
You turn and one of the gentlemen is like in Simon Cowell's lap.
Oh my god! No,
and
that'd be
Simon's
crazy.
like,
What is happening here?
yeah.
I will say their last performance was also impressive, and I think you should check it out. But
Yeah.
it's they have this like stilt, like almost like a frame.
It looks like,
of
a house.
right?
Yeah.
And it, mind you, again, it's like imagine like a thin beam, like a
Yeah.
frame, literally
Yeah.
a frame of like what a house would look like, but it's a thin beam, and people are holding it, and they would do flips and land on it.
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
It's insane.
And they got a golden buzzer too for that one.
Wow.
So like The Unbeatable, again, I will always say this, their precision, their training, it
Yeah.
is literally so tight knit, and they do it to perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love The Unbeatable.
Yeah.
I think they're great.
And like I say, just the thing of like, here we have it on different levels.
Yeah.
That's enough. If you're
Yeah.
good enough at the choreography, that is enough of a new, this is a different thing. than
That's what I'm
I've seen
saying, yeah.
before. Excellent.
Crazy.
They're not one of my favorite acts ever, but I respect them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're so good. So good.
All right, let's move on to the next act. Next, we have the Ramadhani brothers. Dude,
That one was crazy.
they were right by the X.
Yeah.
They were so high up.
Yeah.
And also, what is this dude's neck strength? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm so terrified every single time I see their act because I'm like, if something goes wrong, if something gets shifted, you can die
Yeah.
from a broken neck.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so tense the
Yeah.
whole time. And I was thinking, because I'm watching it, I'm like, it is slow, isn't it? It's always a slow, methodical performance. But what that does, I think, is that reminds you, it gives you time to really think about, he's got a dude on his head.
Yeah.
He's got like the whole weight of like a muscular dude
on his head.
on his head.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
Absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know, like climbing up the ladder thing. It's astonishing. And the fact that they wobble a little bit every so often.
Oh, it's
really
so scary.
Highlights like this isn't
This is
something that's
tough.
easy for them. However talented they are, it's not easy for them. But then I think putting my cynical hat on, my cynical little head donut on for a second, at the end when he's climbing down the thing and he reaches for the floor, and everyone's like, "Oh no, there's one more." He knew there was one more.
Oh, he definitely knew that.
In his head, he knows exactly how many rungs are.
But
And
that's
that
right.
kind of
good.
drama. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
They knew how to, not saying manipulate the performance, but they knew how to control the crowd in such a sense where, I mean, the whole, I mean, a good act has to make you go through like the 5 or like 6 emotions that everyone can feel, or like certain emotions, right? You have to, there was excitement, there's fear, there's anticipation, like there's so many things going into this performance. And then that shock at the end, where again, like you said, they definitely knew it was one more step, but they wanted to give that like that fear of like, oh no, don't let it, like, you know, you're almost there. Like, you know.
But so good. Just a real masterful control on, like you say, telling a story and getting the right reactions from people. I think they're exceptional.
What do you think, Corey?
I liked this one.
Yeah.
This one was really good. Do I still think the Vardanian brothers are better? Yes. I like the sword thing. I'm sorry. But I will say for my section of this, I had a very fun conversation with my boyfriend about the Ramadhani brothers.
Oh,
because
shout out to Ben.
Ben
Hello,
was
Ben.
like, you know, how did they learn that they could do this? And I'm like, isn't it obvious? They were a part of a circus group. I'm like, they've always been a part of, I'm like, they're acrobats. The only way you learn that is if you're born into a circus group. So then I looked it up and they learned how to do, I don't know if it's this act specifically, maybe just like everything they know from an acrobat trainer called Papa Africa.
Papa Africa.
And when
Shout
I
out to
found
Papa
his
Africa.
LinkedIn, it
Papa
said,
Africa's
LinkedIn.
I know.
Oh, that ruins the mystique a
I
little
know.
bit for me.
I saw it and I was like, LinkedIn.
I want him to be this mysterious guy.
I know.
like
Here, wait, I'll show
Papa
you.
Shango.
I
It's
am
really
Papa
funny.
Africa.
But now he's like, hello, I'm Papa Africa.
Yeah, it just gives
Here's
you a
my
business card.
Oh, Papa Africa.
Come on, man.
At least just make it appear in my
Yeah,
pocket.
right.
or
Just
something. The
Papa
business card
Africa's
was
just
with
a
you all
magician.
along.
The business card lives in our hearts.
Right here, Papa Africa Artist International Circus.
Chimelong or Chimelong International Circus.
May I?
Wowzers. Please.
Wow. All right, what's this about, Papa Africa?
Julian's totally going to give him my view right now on LinkedIn. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What do we got here? What are we working with? Papa Africa, why can't I look at your picture?
Because he doesn't exist. He exists only as a concept.
I will say I found all of this information on the Ramadhani brothers
Wow, yeah, there's a lot
website.
here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, he's the best papa in all of Africa, guys.
So that's
the best papa.
that's my fun fact
Nice.
of today.
Croatian. Wait a second. Why is Croatia on here?
He travels everywhere.
Papa Africa
His reach is far beyond
every
the
single
boundaries
country that
of
he goes to.
Africa.
He changes his location.
Papa Czechoslovakia.
It's like, wait a second. No, but that's interesting. I think, I don't know. This act is amazing. It's got everything. It's jam packed. How could you go wrong?
I love how simple it is as well.
Yeah.
Like every time we've seen it, it's just a dude on top of another dude's head.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're constantly finding new ways. Like you've even done the like climbing up a ladder thing before.
Right.
But this one still felt new and interesting.
It felt exciting.
Yeah.
It was so exciting.
Someone could have died.
And that's really clever for them because
Yeah.
then that means that they don't, need to reinvent the wheel every time to give you something new. I think that's a really good skill.
So guys,
literally reinvent the wheel like Sofie Dossi.
Exactly.
So here's the thing. So a message to all the AGT producers. A way to make the act better is not by setting it on fire. We're looking at you, Glenn. The way to actually make the act a little bit better is to, I don't know, increase the risk of death.
Throw fire!
This is
No, Glenn, bad.
It's like that one kid in Smash.
Smash?
Yes.
Super.
No one understands
Super
my
Smash
reference.
Brothers?
This is embarrassing.
Wait, what?
No one understands my reference. There's the one kid in Super Smash that just like, throw fire, throw fire.
Oh, Ness and
Ness.
Lucas.
Yes.
Yeah. PK Fire. PK Fire.
Wait, that's what
God.
they're saying? I thought it was throw fire.
Yeah. PK Fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
same thing.
You want to play Smash later?
We're playing.
I was about
We
to
can play
say,
some Smash
you guys
later.
can understand my references. It's
Yes,
okay.
yes.
No. I understood when you said
Just needed like just a dash more
I
context.
didn't
Yeah.
know their names. I don't think I've unlocked
when
them.
when you said Smash, I was like, that's the first thing I thought about. But I was like,
Surely.
No,
Is
I'm,
it Smash?
I'm
Yeah.
talking your language right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
I'm
you
talking
are.
about Super Smash Brothers. You're
she's
welcome.
talking nerd.
Actually,
Super Smash Brothers.
He doesn't actually say throw fire.
Earthbound. It was a 1988 NES game.
So good. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next act. Actually, before we move on to the next act, I do want to say one thing. I thought it was hilarious that they do a quick cut to Shadow as being like, I just don't want to perform now.
yeah.
That's crazy. I don't want to perform, man.
So he's seeing that. He's like, hey guys, I'm gonna
This may not be the Ramadhani brothers, but check out these cool shadow puppets I could do.
have confidence in yourself, Shadow Ace.
We still love you, Shadow
Yeah,
Ace.
it's variety. It's supposed to be different.
All right. Next, we have Musa Motha. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the last performance. I don't know. I feel like there's so much you can do with dance, and like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, I just.
This is why you're on the podcast,
Yeah,
Julie.
yeah.
It's just like quick, incisive thoughts.
Yeah, like.
I think he was incredible.
Yeah, no, he was incredible, but like, it really just reminded me of the last performance, and I
what's
didn't
wrong
see.
with that?
You're supposed to go up from
Yeah.
it. Like, it just didn't
Give me something
really.
else,
Give me something new. Something,
Okay.
like, I don't know.
And I think part of what he did, for me, I just think it was too quick. Like, I think he is a very expressive dancer, and I think he tells a great story when he dances.
Yeah.
And I think that works best when it's a bit slower.
Right.
And all the movements can be a bit more dramatic and a bit more, ooh, you can see the beginning and the end of every thing. Because the speed of this one ended up with him just like kicking his leg out. But it was just all kind of didn't feel as impressive to me.
That's what I'm
as
saying.
when
Yeah.
he's, when he's going for your heart, I think it was. I mean, it's obviously still impressive, of course. But yeah, for me, it was just too fast to really. It didn't play to his strength.
I just
think, as a dancer.
appreciate the fact that he was later in the show and he chose a quicker song.
Oh, because wait, what's the reason, Corey?
No reason.
No. I think there's a reason.
No reason.
Corey's like got the toothbrush,
just
and
like,
the toothpaste. Come on, Musa.
Come on.
Musa.
Got 20 more seconds, man, before I start going to
Music
town on
is-
this
I liked
toothbrush.
Okay,
All
let's
right, there we
watch.
go.
I liked him.
Yeah.
He's great.
I like
He's great.
Musa. I didn't really watch him much on BGT, so
Mhm.
he's still like very new to me in the
Sure.
sense of like he's very entertaining.
BGT, the superior GT of all of them all.
Mm.
Right? Yeah.
Sing it from the rooftops, baby.
Hell yeah. Yeah, but all right, cool.
Yeah. Good, but just
Could do a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. Next, let's move on to Aidan Bryant.
Aiden.
I was about to say you guys both said no on this one, and I said slay.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, like, it's I like Aidan. Aidan is good, but again, there's it's same thing with Musa. It didn't really. I've seen this already. I've seen this act, and like, I'm not saying that that was bad. Aidan's amazing at what he does. But give me more. Give me something else, and it just felt like a repeat. Bless you. Felt like a
Thank you.
Oh, you okay?
I'm good.
You like looked up to the side. What happened?
I
Sneezed out your
sneezed,
soul.
and then I looked over, and now I'm here.
No, it looked like
What did
looked like you went through something.
No,
very quick.
I'm
It's like-
okay.
Her
Thank
life
you.
just flashed before her very eyes.
There
Aidan
you go.
Bryant wasn't
and
that good.
That
on
is
this.
how I keep this podcast exciting.
By
My
sneezing?
near-death experience.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
Like the AGT producers.
The heart-stopping experience
We need
of
her to
sneezing
die,
on the
be
podcast.
closer to death to just ramp up that
You know
tension.
what? Hey, AGT producers, look at that. Come on. How do you make this podcast better? One person has to maybe die.
Almost done.
Almost
AGT
die.
producers, if you guys are watching this, I would like you to know I would be very happy to
Sneeze on stage.
not
that's
that
what's
because I can't sneeze on command, unfortunately. But if you guys want any of my opinions, Corey at talentrecap.com, COREY at TALENTRE RECAP.com.
Why'd you have to break it down like that? RECAP? What's the Michael Scott version? RESPCPT.
Find out what it means to me.
I am one of the few people who looks hot eating a cupcake.
Wouldn't that have been incredible if that was
it was a quote? Oh my God. Did we just do Office Roulette in a little bit?
Oh my God. I would love it.
Oh God, so good. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, at the end of the day, just Aidan Bryant can just do a little bit more with like the performance, and it just felt.
I think for me, he suffered a little bit by being on the same show as Sofie Dossi, because they have similar, though not identical acts. I think that it's, whenever, if you've got two singers on the show, you're always going to compare them. If you've got two acrobats on the show, you're always going to compare them. And I just think she was better. She brought more to it. She did something different. And although I will say, his spin.
Is it because he didn't have a gold bum?
If he'd have had a lovely shiny gold bum, sure.
Also, he is over 18.
Maybe we'd be
metaphorically. He's got a gold bum. You know what I'm saying?
He's got a metaphorical bum of gold.
Yes, absolutely.
All of these guys are gold bummed performers. For sure.
Metaphorically or physically? Metaphorically. Welcome to this.
They wouldn't be here if they didn't have golden bums.
Welcome to the segment of the podcast where we go ahead and objectify every single contestant on AGT Fantasy League 2024.
I would just like to say that instead of the golden buzzer, we have the golden bum now.
The golden bum.
Done.
That's got to be a button. That's our button. Who are we giving the golden bum of the night?
All right.
All right. We're recording this real quick and then we got to pause, but let's go ahead and do it.
Congratulations. You get the Golden Bum Award.
Nice. And then hit it.
Congratulations, you get the Golden Bum Award.
Woo!
And now no one knows what that means upstairs.
Yeah, no one's going to understand that until they watch the podcast. Give them a couple more viewers,
Exactly, yeah.
Shout out to everybody at Talent Recap. We love you.
Turn that recap room
At
5
the recap
into a recap
group.
room 8.
At the recap group.
We're the recap group.
Oh yeah, we are the recap group. Yeah, you're right. We are the recap.
We're the recap group.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought you were doing another at, and I was like, yeah.
No.
But then I realized that's
we
our company.
are the recap group.
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Hence the
Correct.
recap room.
Yes.
The spin that Aidan Bryant did at the end was...
Dan's like, yeah.
I was about to say, I still have to talk about Aidan Bryant as well after you, Dan.
Yes. I think the spin at the end was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like he could have drilled into the fucking surface of the earth doing that thing. Like the speed.
Past the Earth's mantle or core? Like, are we going straight through?
Outer core, inner core, crust. Like
Damn.
the whole thing. Like send him up with Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck and drill into that crater in Armageddon. Man. Solve it.
I already have an edit in mind and I'm hoping that I can get it done.
I mean, it was absolutely absurd. But yeah, and very good, obviously. Of course, he's got a golden bum, but it just wasn't as good as Sofie Dossi. And so I think that drops him down for me. Corey, why are we wrong?
How am I supposed to say anything after that?
Corey, we got to speed this up because we are a little bit past the time. But
so quick, ready for quickness?
Let's go.
So I think that you guys are taking out of consideration the fact that this guy literally began doing aerial on this show after 1 year of knowing how to do it. I think that if you look at his progression, this performance was was a step up for him.
Right.
I think you guys are getting blinded by Sofie Dossi in this and her gold bum apparently. I will say I think that Aidan Bryant is phenomenal. And also Sofie Dossi is self-taught too, I think. But I think that Aidan Bryant, because he has been doing it for a shorter amount of time, I think that his progression is impressive and that shouldn't be forgotten about. And that's also part of the reason why I am obsessed with him.
Sure. Okay.
That's it. There you go. That's my quick one.
Sorry, that's the first thing that I think about every single time I hear about Aidan Bryant dangling from a tree is your song that you sang as Heidi mentoring Aidan Bryant. God. Fly up high, my little dangling boy.
In terms of
Let me explain. So
she sings to Aidan Bryant to inspire him.
So Heidi Klum.
Fly up high, my little dangling boy.
Oh, Dan.
He is a wonderful dangling boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the best dangler that I
Dangling
know.
boy with the golden bum.
Oh, God.
That's going to be the name of the segment. All right, let's move on to our next act. We have the person who didn't want to go after the Ramadhani brothers, Shadow Ace.
Shadow Ace.
Shadow Ace.
Shadow Ace. Shadow Ace.
Shadow
Ace. Shadow Ace.
Shadow in a butthole and looking at her boobies.
Shadow Ace.
What if we sing for this next segment, what if we sing our opinions about Shadow Ace?
We could do that.
Yeah?
Let's do a singing segment.
All right.
And here's the graphic for the recap room singing segment. Sorry,
Singing
Julian.
segment. So,
sorry to our audio viewers. We have a very pretty graphic.
It's a great graphic. Oh God, I have to come up with this graphic. It's gonna be pretty. Ida, help me.
I'll help you too. I'll make something in Canva, then I'll have Ida be like, "Oh, that looks like
I'll
something."
just do that in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Quicker and prettier.
That's what she always says to me.
That's great. Here's my mock-up. Wow, this is so much better.
Oh my God, Ida, you're amazing. I love you so much.
We love you, Ida. You also get the Golden Bum Award.
Congratulations, you get the Golden Bum Award.
Woo!
To all my Gen Z viewers out here, I would like to say that Julian and Dan off camera do not know the meme of the guy at the Webkins store being like, "You got a gem," and I had to explain it to them, and that's the voice I tried to do this in. And I don't know if any of our viewers are going to understand that, but you know what? It's fine.
Imagine our audience is not Gen Z at all, so they're all just like, yeah, we kind of don't get it either.
Yeah, they're probably like, I don't know what you mean.
And I will say, I didn't even understand the explanation, let alone the original reference.
Someone upstairs has to know what I'm talking about.
We'll see. We'll see if we can try to ask
We'll come
them.
back to y'all next week and we'll let you know.
Yeah. Actually, here's a clip of us asking them now.
Everyone in this room, have you guys heard of Webkins?
Of course.
No.
Yeah, of course.
I would just like to say, when I was filming this before with my reactions, my response was, of course, Billy doesn't know.
I almost said, "F you." We're gonna edit that.
So the gem guy, when you go into Webkins, you go into the mining area and you're trying to mine for gems. And then he says this beautiful, beautiful thing.
Congratulations. Looks like you found yourself a gem. You can keep that gem for your collection and try for that legendary crown of wonder.
Shout out to Bug.
I just want to say here that Cassidy was literally mouthing the words to this the whole time. So someone else knew what I was talking about in this room.
One person.
Billy.
This is a two-person fever dream.
I bet Kayla knows too.
Kayla?
Kayla.
Who's the gem man?
Did you play Webkins growing up?
Yes, I did actually.
Do you know Gem Guy?
Gem Guy?
You can keep that gem for your collection.
I'm so confused.
She's confused!
No, I remember it, but...
She remembers it.
So you can confirm that you know this.
Yes, I do remember this.
That is 3 people at the recap group that know. Me, Cassidy, Kayla.
You can't count yourself because
I
you
count
already.
myself.
No, you can only count 2 out of everybody else. No, Corey. That's not how this works.
Okay, I knew Billy was not going to know what I was talking about.
I mean, that was kind of a given. Let's be honest.
That was a given,
you know?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that Shadow Ace was pretty okay, but I'm gonna be honest, I think that Shadow Ace could have been better because of the fact that I keep seeing the same act all the time. It's just a shadow and a person. I don't know if Heidi was standing still, but Howie that one time had a very still head, and it was pretty impressive, but that's not what this is about because Shadow Ace was on screen. So yeah, take it away, Dan.
Oh my God. That was so good. I feel like Shadow Ace following the Ramadhani brothers. Oh my God. I love Shadow Ace.
Love Shadow Ace.
He's so good. And he always gives you different things. It's kind of similar because it's just a man with crazy hands.
Crazy hands.
I think he interacted with Heidi much better than Howie.
You have to sing it. Give us another tune.
When they cut to him and it's not showing the screen.
It's showing the screen.
They're doing some crazy face. It's just his hands.
It's just his hands.
Every time I see it, I think, oh my God, his hands.
His hands.
He's not throwing nothing else in. It's just palms of fingers.
The phalanges.
There was an audience shot.
Audience shot.
Oh my God.
What was in there?
When he made Heidi drink that milkshake.
Whoa.
And the girl from the audience was so astonished. Like she had just watched them split the atom.
Woo.
I just thought that was ridiculous. They like Heidi's drinking a milkshake, which was just a milkshake. And so it's just a perspective thing. And they cut to this girl in the audience. And she's like, oh my God.
It's a milkshake.
Jesus Christ. How sheltered has her life been?
Dan, you got tears in your eyes again.
She's just so dumb. She's like, oh my God. It looked like Heidi was drinking out the milkshake. It's just a fucking perspective thing, dude. Oh my God. Shout out to that girl in the audience. You are dumb and well done.
Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh.
All right, Corey, give us your rendition of your song while I order lunch on my phone because I forgot to do it upstairs. Go ahead.
So I thought that Shadow Ace used the use of Heidi's song. Well, I hate that song. It's really annoying, but it's okay. I liked that she interacted with Shadow Ace while doing the song. And that's about it.
Oh, that's it?
I didn't think this was the best performance. It kind of gets a little old, but I kind of like Shadow Ace, but kind of not. Kind of like, you know what I mean?
I understood.
That's how I felt.
You be in the back and sing there.
It's like every single time, it's like you just hear doo doo doo, and you're like, oh great, there's Heidi's song again, and then you hear doo doo, and I'm like, there's Heidi's song again, and it's never the part with Snoop Dogg. It's always her part.
And then again, it's like,
and I'm like, you guys realize Snoop Dogg is on this song, right?
There's a part.
I'm not a fan of this song. I don't really like it much, but I thought there was very good use to her music there.
And I think he used, I'm not sure necessarily whether it came over lyrically in what I was saying, but I thought he used, because Howie was obviously just a like a, you know,
Howie
a
Mandel.
sphere, just a thing that was, but she interacted with it. I thought it was more fun, and I thought it brought a lot more kind of comedy into it.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I thought
that makes sense. Yeah.
I like Shadow Ace.
Yeah.
And again, it's variety. It should be different.
It should be
can't
different.
all be like, oh my God, this is my, you know.
I think that we just did a really good job of singing our opinions.
I think we did. I think we did too.
I think we did. I would award us.
Congratulations, you get the Golden Bum Award.
I really feel like I sound like I'm screaming in that, and I didn't mean to do that. I was so excited.
We got the Golden Bum Award. See, look at that. Look at that.
Who do we go upstairs and hand that to after this?
Someone with a golden bum, ideally.
Hold up. That is hilarious because like Jess is going to be like, are you telling somebody they have a golden bum? Metaphorically, Jess, as our boss and HR person.
I think we hand it to Marissa.
Why does Marissa have the golden bum?
I think that she'd give us the best reaction.
I feel like everyone's got to get the Golden Bum Award.
No, everyone's going to get it, but I'm saying first. Marissa will freak out.
When we're talking about golden bums, everyone's going to get it.
Everyone's going to get it. Yeah. Dan, can you order food also?
Yeah. I am.
Sorry.
I'm on it.
Also, let me just text Jess back. Sorry, we are also ordering food. I will say, Olivia would probably be so upset that she missed the pod and a singing segment.
Missed the singing segment.
Because Olivia always, like, there are moments where she'll, like, ask for, like, favors from people. And she'll be like, Julianne, I got a favor for you. Can you please edit this video for me? Because I don't have the accent. I think I need to do this right now. But for some reason, I don't know why, the people don't want me to use this clip. No.
She is a serial, she's a very good lyricist and songwriter.
Yeah. I think she's up for a Grammy this year. I think so.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. It's so nice to see hard work finally pay off.
That's what I'm saying, you know? Shout out to you, Olivia. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you, Olivia. Bring me with you to the Grammys.
And thank you for all the buttons right over here that you've provided us with, because it has made the experience a lot more ephemeral. We're in the moment.
¿Cómo se dice divertido?
What? ¿Cómo se dice divertido? Corey, we got to work on your pronunciation.
No, I'm saying that it makes it, how do you call it? Fun.
Yeah, but you did say divertido.
I said it correctly. Yes.
Yeah, you said it correctly.
No, I know. I'm aware.
Pronunciation. We got to work on that.
Correctly.
What I'm hearing from you, Julian, is this.
Slay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Julian.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Julian. And I'm also hearing this.
Congratulations!
You got
the Golden Ball Award.
Slay.
I'm trying to think of how you say congratulations in Spanish.
I don't know.
I was going to say bienvenidos, but it's not.
I was about to say that's welcome. Yeah, I was about to say Duolingo is not.
Felicitaciones, tú recibiste el Golden Bomb Award.
Oh my God. The way that everybody would be so confused if they went up and that's what was on the button.
That'd be hilarious.
Congratulations, you got the Golden Bomb Award in Spanish.
And whoever gets, the person who can decipher it correctly within 5 minutes gets the actual Golden Bomb Award.
I do always enjoy it when things are in Spanish, but then they drop in some English. Let me get a Coca-Cola Classic. I understood that.
I got that. I know what that is. Have you seen that SNL skit with Pedro Pascal and Bad Bunny?
Oh my God, that is
Where he's
so
his
good.
mom.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's exactly what that is. And it is such a great skit. Yeah, ¿cómo que vas a traer esta muchacha o esta chica aquí como si fuera side chick? You know? Que tiene como un flat ass.
Long back.
So
that
good.
one was so good.
God.
It's a me, Mario.
Whoa.
It's bloody me, innit? Bloody Mario.
I'm a fucking plumber, eh?
You need your pipes looking at. You want to see my spanner?
Dan, I will say, if at any point this does offend you, I'm just happy that you embrace it so fully. You're just like,
fine.
Fuck it. You guys can have your fun, fine, whatever, you know.
You're the token British man.
The token Brit. I get it. I'm fine.
Speaking of Brits, let's move on to our next act, Billy and Emily England.
Oh my God.
What a link, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I was about to say they're the last ones too.
That's why you're in charge.
No,
we've got one more.
the last ones. We forgot about them because
I was brushing my teeth.
Zing! There we go. Embrace it, Corey. There's nothing wrong with that.
I would like everybody to know I had a dentist appointment last week.
Oh, yeah. No, that was scary, right?
And my teeth are fabulous.
Woo!
I have no cavities.
You know why? Because all of these acts are not that great during the time that Corey's watching them.
Yeah.
Because she brushes her teeth before going to bed.
And
flosses.
Wow.
See, look at that. Look at that. No, but that's a good thing.
I'm a dentist's dream, apparently.
Wait, what?
Your dentist dreams about you.
No, my dentist was like you have perfect teeth, and I was like,
He's
thanks.
looking at him. I dreamt about you, Corey.
I saw this in my dream. Just as I suspect, no cavities. Very good.
My dental hygiene is fantastic. Thank you, guys. I would like to thank.
That was going to be my next question.
I would like to thank Putri Ariani.
Wow.
My next question is your dentist name Crentis by any chance?
I don't know his name.
Life is short. Try best. Leave a sexy corpse. That's one of my mottos.
Damn.
That's very close to dentist.
That's close.
Maybe that's why he became a dentist. Sorry, I could do that all day.
So
It's
good.
okay.
I will say, as a fun fact, before we continue, because we are going off the rails on this podcast.
Yeah, we
and
are.
It's probably the most hectic and insane podcast you will probably listen
For
to.
the final.
If you're still here. Dan has somehow, and I don't think we've ever talked about this, but somehow Dan has a photographic memory for any of the lines in movies, TV shows. You can ask this man, he is an encyclopedia. You can ask this man to quote this one specific line. I'll usually be like, yeah, well, there's one line from this one episode. And he's like, oh yeah, season 7, episode 16. The one line we're at like minute 37 where he says, quotes the line exactly word for word. And I don't know how he does it. I don't know how you do it, man.
I don't know. It's just, I just value comedy, you know?
Okay, so give me a quote from Silicon Valley.
Oh, God.
That's pretty easy because it's just one quote that he has to say.
It doesn't
Not a
matter which
specific
one.
We couldn't get the contract if I went in there and jerked off every guy in that room.
My God, you are good.
And then that's what leads them into the middle out thing, because they realize that they have to touch dicks in order to speed up.
I've never seen Silicon Valley.
It's a really good show.
Because they take that ridiculous premise of like him having to jerk off every guy in the room.
Yeah.
But then they work out, like, because they're nerds, like what the optimal way of doing it. And so they realize that you need to arrange guys by height.
Yeah.
And then their penises have to touch so that you can be jerking off 2 dicks at once.
What the fuck?
Real,
Yeah.
And they're working it all out on the whiteboard and stuff. And then that leads to some kind of revelation that then solves the problem that they're going.
And then they get the contract.
And then they get
eventually
the contract because
Amazing.
he realizes that he needs to do something middle out, which because of the dicks. It's very clever.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
This wasn't on my bingo card today. Just like seeing
It's
you
such a
like,
good show.
like pretending to like, is he skiing or is he in a
monkey bars?
Just
Anyway.
oh god,
It is such a good show, Julian.
It's a great show.
I gotta watch it.
Max.
Okay. I'll test you. I'll test
God.
you on one more thing.
Oh god.
Give me your favorite line or interaction from Arrested Development.
Oh god.
This will be easy.
The one that I quote the most often, I think, is when Job is working for Sitwell Industries, and he has the great idea at the beginning of having building a community that's just single people. But then Ron Howard's like, but he never progresses, and so he starts off with. We build a place and then we just fill it entirely with single people. I call it Single City. And then Ron Howard's like, oh, but his ideas didn't develop. He just keeps on going. He's like, I call it Swinger City. And then the final one, he says, and because they, in the Arrested Development, they like cover up their mouths whenever they swear. It's very clever so they can get away with it. It's like, but we get rid of all the teases. I call it Fuck Mountain. It's just
That's a
escalating
good
and
one.
escalating.
Oh my god,
I love it. Anyway.
I love it. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come up with some more later if anything.
I mean,
during
if
the
you were
pod.
to give me an office quiz, it would just make my day. That would make my absolute
I know how
day.
we're gonna end the pod because I have a little trivia book
Oh, my
upstairs.
gosh. Oh, I'm gonna demolish it.
That's how we're gonna end the pod today. That's
Okay.
how we're gonna end
Beautiful.
the pod today. Okay, cool. So, anyways, going back to Billy and Emily England. What the fuck is up with people hanging from other people's necks? This whole thing is like the Ramadhani brothers using their necks.
Yeah.
Billy and Emily England. It's impressive because first they twirl around and then he just gets this mechanism.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was very impressive. When they started, I was like, we've seen this. Because it's roller skating, but it's just roller skating,
Right.
whipping her around. But somehow they managed to find different ways of just whipping this poor woman around, which is incredible.
You guys are not saying the right thing here. She was being pulled by her hair.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say there has to be a way that they put the contraption so that it doesn't actually.
Did you hear what she said afterwards? That she lost half of her hair for like practicing that performance?
Well, no, of course I understand that, but I'm saying like the mechanism, because realistically, if they did that with just the hair itself, and I'm pretty sure that's what the neck support was for,
Right.
to be able to like hold on to something so that it's not like, it's like, for example, in filmmaking, if you were to pull someone by their hair,
Mhm.
like you would have to pull them, but then they would have to hold onto your arm
Yes.
so that you release
So they're
some of the
pulling
tension.
themselves around.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you release some of the tension. So probably the same thing that goes on with Billy and Emily England, or else she would go flying and her scalp would just.
The only thing that I can think of is that her hair is done in such a way that when it's pulled, it's pulling on as much of her hair as possible,
Yeah.
and so that the pressure is dispersed
Oh,
across
like
as much
surface
of it.
are- like
So it's
surface
not
tension
just like
as opposed
a
to, like-
fist's worth of, because they always have their hair in a particular like kind of donutty
that's gotta be
way. I mean, it's got to be
painful,
super duper painful. But that's the only way that I can imagine that it would work without it being some.
It was impressive though. It was
super
very
duper
impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, Corey, what did you find?
I'm reading an article on the
WikiHow
history.
article on how to.
No, on the history of it. And
hair
in 2014, 8 hair hangers with the Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey were seriously injured when a metal clasp suspending them 15 feet in the air snapped.
So they didn't do
Oh.
that, which is impressive.
Which, yeah,
that's good.
Jesus Christ.
And then, so they did her hanging from the ceiling. Then she unhooked herself while she was swinging around, which I thought was very cool. Then it was the neck thing, and then how did they finish off? How did they make it more exciting? Fire!
Woo!
Yeah, because she was like right in the fire,
Yeah,
dude. It's
but
crazy.
this also had a near-death experience. So I mean,
yeah,
AGT producers, the answer
They're
is
doing it.
right underneath your
Yeah.
noses, and you're not even looking at
They
it.
get it.
Okay.
It's right there. You know?
According to this article, seeing a hair hanging performance for the first time, you hope it's fake. The steel cable must attach to a body harness hidden beneath their clothing, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't hurt like crazy. The answer, yes, it absolutely hurts, at least at first. Someone, I don't feel like recalling names, when she was learning to do hair hanging, felt like boiling water had been poured on top of her head.
That makes sense.
The pain is the worst. And her daughter added, when the performers first lifted into the air, the scalp stretches with the weight is supporting more than 100 pounds. And someone said, as a direct quote, it feels like you just might imagine hanging from your hair would feel. And a very immediate pulling sensation on the top of the head. Eventually, you get used to it and it feels like a dull ache. However, you can get headaches and get a bump on top of your scalp.
A golden bump?
Press that button. Press that button.
Congratulations, you get the Golden Bum Award.
Okay, so in 2014, a hair hanging acrobat, I guess they're called, gave their hair care regimen. Conditioners applied to her waist-length hair 5 times a day while touring.
5?
There's no hair coloring or blow drying allowed because then heat damages.
Damage the hair, yeah.
Conditioner is applied directly before a performance and the hair is fully wetted down to provide extra strength. And hair vitamins are taken as a supplement. But the real secret to hair hanging, according to the small people that practice it, is the intricate braiding of the hair.
Okay.
So they do this thing called hair salad.
Hair salad?
So protein is essential for strong, healthy hair, as well as vitamin D, zinc, and vitamin B5. Take notes, girls.
And they get that from the croutons, I think.
The croutons.
And
so
the
you're supposed to eat naturally and also foods that are very high in these vitamins, and also treats his elbow-long lengths with a homemade slurry of avocado, eggs, mayonnaise, and vinegar.
Makes sense.
It quite literally says, yum.
The word slurry there is just...
Isn't that crazy?
The placement is a little odd.
So you're quite literally hanging by your hair.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's wild.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
That is and like, I have pretty long hair. I don't think Emily does. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to check the time.
I know. I take up all your time. It's fine.
No. It's cool. It's cool. I wanted to say, just as a last thing before we move on, I was thinking about this the other day because we just talked about salad. Caesar salad just hits sometimes.
It hits all the time. It hits all the time.
I was in an Uber coming home. I don't remember why I was thinking about salad, but I was like, man, Caesar salad is just good.
I've been on a salad kick recently.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong. Like you get a Caesar salad, the croutons, the anchovies, the Caesar salad dressing. There's something about it that just hits, man.
The Parmesan cheese.
With the Parmesan cheese.
Let's analyze you saying, I just have to say this before we move on.
Yeah, no, because I immediately thought.
I like salad.
Caesar salad is amazing.
Shout out Caesar salad, my boy.
Finally, we have Sainted. I am biased because of the song. I love that song.
It's such a good song.
It's such a good song. And having a choir singing.
Because it's got the choir in it.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I'm
very good song choice.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I have to say. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of choirs, but like,
yeah,
this is pretty good.
And I have to say here, I thought about Dan the entire time I watched this one. because the instructor guy
Dan
was
feeling like the pretty girl.
The main dude.
Ever
since you said that, where you're like, yeah, I get it's supposed to be gospel-y, but you're like, it's like he's telling them the next word. He's like, and
line. Line.
It feels exactly like that.
I quite literally. Did you write that down?
What did you still hate the word?
Yeah. I was
just
like
a prayer. I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
I literally was like, Dan is going to hate this.
Drives me mad.
But I will say, I think it's just gospel. Like, because gospel does have that call and response kind of thing, you know? So.
But once Dan points it out, it's the only thing you hear now.
And I would prefer it if it was like, if the group sings it and then he like repeats it.
Yeah.
If they're calling and he's responding. But when he's calling and they're responding, or where he's ahead of the song, it just feels like follow the bouncing ball kind of. Yeah. Someone's crying, my lord.
Someone's crying. But yeah.
It was good.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
I just couldn't get over that because of Dan.
Okay, I apologize for ruining it for you.
It's okay.
I feel like it probably would have been really good live.
I agree.
You get, again, that kind of
it's that
wall of sound that you get from choirs. But yeah, on TV, it just didn't
translate correctly.
It didn't hit.
Yeah, it didn't hit. Didn't hit.
It hit the same. It didn't hit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do people say that?
What?
It hit the same. It didn't hit
different.
Hit the same.
Hit different.
Because hit different I don't think really means hit different anymore. It just means good, doesn't it?
I have no idea.
That shit hits different. Yeah, it hits differently. Yeah.
So technically, logically,
it didn't hit different.
Hit the same.
Hit the same.
Would be bad.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm just so confused.
I'm just applying my old man boomer logic to a young person phrase.
We love you so much here, Gramps.
Dan.
What time's dinner?
You are a millennial. We can shout that out the rooftops.
Millennial.
Woo. All right. Well, before we end the episode, I am going to run upstairs and grab
your
the little
trivia
booklet
book?
to ask Dan some trivia questions on The Office. I'll be right back. So I have good news and bad news.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't have it here.
What do you want to take first?
I always take bad news first.
Bad news is I can't find it. I don't know where I put it. Because
Darn.
it's literally a tiny little booklet.
Right.
Good news is Ida is sending me a PDF of Office trivia questions to ask you. So thank you, Ida. Shout out to you.
I was about to say, she's so nifty.
She is always coming up with the great stuff. She's on it, and she creates great thumbnails, such as this one right over here, which has been my favorite, and this one that is me and Dan's favorite right here. Okay, so we're waiting for Ida.
What we also need to do then is, because this is the final, but we don't know who's won yet. Or do you know who's won? You know who's won. Okay.
I think we've known for a while.
Oh, you know who's won? Do I know who's won? Have you told me? Well, I've forgotten, if so. So I'm going to guess. I think I'm going to go left field. I think I'm going to go Ramadhani. I think I'm going to go the Ramadhani brothers because I don't know. I just think it's, I know you know, but it's on the record. It is Tuesday the whatever. No, it's Friday and 11:53. 216 steps, 08:05. I don't know what that means. Heart rate, maybe.
No, 8 is my exercise minutes, and 5 is how many times I've stood.
You only stood up 5 times.
Wait, is that accurate?
It's
Wait, can you stand up
per
like,
hour?
wait,
5 times per hour.
Wait, per hour. I was about to be like, can you just like stand up 2 times and let's see the count go up?
It's the activity face on my watch. Sorry,
that was going to blow my mind. I was like, that's really impressive. I think to go from being asleep in bed to be sat down here only standing up 5 times.
Do you prefer this one?
That's like a challenge. That's better. So it's almost noon on Friday. I don't know who's won.
I love that you gave him an analog one.
No,
Are you calling him an
No.
Oh,
No. The analog one is the one that I usually have. I have my work do not disturb on, and that one puts it on this one because when I want to just look at the time quickly, this is the one I prefer.
Okay.
That's why I was like, I am that person where I have a different watch face for the different focus level I'm in.
I kind of want to tell Dan who wins.
I was about to say, Dan, this is going to go out next Friday.
Yeah.
So would you like to know?
Well, I'll do 3 just to give myself a better chance. Ramadhani 1. I'll say Dossi 2 because I think she's done very, very well in this. And then for 3, I will say they really like Sainted, didn't they? Though they got a golden buzzer, which I think was not necessarily earned. I will say 3. The Unbeatable. I don't know. They're always good, but they did win before, didn't they? Anyway.
All right. So Julian, can you hand me the nay button, please?
Oh God.
We're gonna play this. We're gonna play this in Jubilee format.
Okay.
So you were the final person. Do you know what Jubilee videos are?
No.
Okay. So they do. Of course I don't. They do videos that are like 6 people who are.
One of them is an imposter among 6.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, 6 of them are just like...
I watched one that was Taylor Swift fans last night.
Right.
And then
6
one of them
people are Taylor Swift fans. One of them's a fake Taylor Swift fan. At the end, when they think that they voted everybody out, they go, you guys are still in the box. If you would like to finish playing the game, don't raise your hand. If you'd like to continue playing the game, raise your hand. When they don't raise their hand, they're like, okay, the box will light up green if you got the imposter out.
Okay.
So I am going to hit the slay button or the nay button.
Right.
Nay means you did not get the winner. Slay means you did.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Of the 3. So in this 3.
It's one of 3.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2.
Slay.
Hey! Now, would you like to take a wild guess who it is out of the 3?
I've got to stick to my boys, the Ramadhanis. I think they were so good.
3,
Slay.
2.
Yeah! Oh, how exciting.
As a fun treat, we knew who won AGT Fantasy from the very beginning before the episodes even released. Won't say how, but
yes,
we have our ways. So
we do.
People who know people.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, there was an episode where I was hinting at it a little bit, just like we kind of have some information. And Corey was just like, shut up. Stop saying
I
things.
like having my information.
Yeah.
No, of course. But
I will say though, like it leaks very easily, guys. It leaks very easily.
If you spend a good amount of time on the internet, I'm more than positive you can find it.
Yeah.
You can totally find it. Okay, so I have two things. So I was given a PDF full of what seems like 100 questions, right? We're not going to go through the entire thing, right?
Sure.
Or a Reddit post with questions.
Oh, God.
Which one do you prefer? PDF or Reddit?
Am I playing this game too?
How well do you know The Office?
Exactly. I feel like I'm going to be wrong.
I think I want to test Dan because Dan, we've stated that he has a photographic memory. So let's see how.
All right.
well.
So y'all call me back down here when
No,
you're ready to say
You can stay here. You can stay here.
Let's say the PDF. I'd took the time to get the PDF, so let's get the PDF.
Let's go for the PDF. All right. Let's see. All right. Here we go. We're going to start with the first. We're just going to do 10, right? First 10.
Okay. Jesus.
Oh, God.
I did the same thing.
It's all getting a bit fraught.
All right. Dan,
Yes.
which character became Jim's love interest after he moved to the Stanford branch in
Karen
season 3?
Filippelli.
There we go. All right. In which county of Pennsylvania is Dunder Mifflin Scranton branch located?
Which county? Lackawanna County.
There we go.
Oh my God.
All right. What is the exclusive club that Pam, Oscar,
The Finer
and
Things Club.
What substance? Oh no, that's easy.
Jello.
Jesus Christ, man! What the hell? In the Diversity Day episode, what famous comedian stand-up routine does
Chris
Michael?
Rock.
In the episode "The Client," the employees were reading Michael's movie. Which employee read the part of Golden Face?
Oscar Martinez.
Holy shit!
But later on, doesn't play him. Jim plays Golden Face in the actual resultant Threat Level Midnight film.
And Oscar dies tragically.
Yeah, gets choked to death.
Fucking crazy.
As an innocent speed skater.
I also love seeing Jim in this like onesie Speedo kind of like morph suit thing. Just
ready, set,
die.
Great.
God, so good. All right. What is the name of Dwight's porcupine who he used to make it look like Jim was pranking him?
Henrietta?
Oh my God. What is the thermos that Michael offers Pam during the morning deliveries from the Michael spot? Wait, what is in the thermos that Michael offers Pam during the morning? What brand?
You drink this every morning.
Shit. What brand is Michael Scott wearing on the day he accidentally is wearing a woman's suit?
Mysterious?
Oh my God. How are you getting this? That's crazy. Okay. During the episode, Prince Family Paper, what's the secret signal that Dwight and Michael agree on using?
Licking their lips.
What? Okay. These are, okay. This one's easy. At Jim and Pam's wedding in the Niagara Falls episode, what is Kevin wearing on his feet?
Tissue boxes.
Yeah, tissue boxes.
So funny.
I knew
so
that
good.
one.
And by the end of the day, his dogs are barking.
And he puts his feet in the fucking
I can't
ice.
even feel the cold.
Oh my God. What following colors does Angela think are whorish? There's just one answer.
I think Phyllis says, I thought you said orange was whorish, and she says no, green is whorish, because that's what Phyllis is wearing at that moment.
God. Okay, I'll give you one last one.
Okay.
I'm looking for a hard one.
That's what she said.
Wait.
Would I rather be feared or loved?
Easy.
Easy, both.
Both. I want people to be afraid.
To be afraid of how much they love me.
This man's too good. The man's too good. Oh, in what episode does Jim propose to Pam? What's the name of the episode?
Well, depending on where you watch it, it's either Weight Loss or Weight Loss Part 2.
I'm done. The man is the king of office trivia. So if any of you want him to be on your team for office trivia, here is his phone number right here. Not actually his phone number, but you can email him at daniel@talentrecap.com.
Send me an email.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Insane. Corey, do you want to be tested on like 5 of them? See if you can do it?
I don't know, because you can't mention the parts I haven't seen.
Okay, I got you. Who started the fire?
It was Dwight.
Ryan.
It was Ryan, whatever.
It's always burning since the world's been turning.
What vegetable does Michael force feed Kevin? I'm giving you easy ones.
I know. I'm thinking carrot for some reason, but I don't think it is.
That is season
I was about to say, I don't know if I
Seven.
don't think I've seen that one.
Oh shit.
It's
Okay.
season 7.
He
but
force feeds
it's
him broccoli. And
Oh.
he's like, have to eat it. It's good
I
for
haven't
your
seen
health.
that
And
one.
he's like,
To everybody
"Do
who's
it."
out there, I'm a hater. As soon as Michael Scott is even beginning to leave, I'm like, no, I can't keep watching.
But then she gets upset when you reveal something
I am
past
upset.
season 7, and she's like, "Why are you spoiling it for me?" And I'm like, "You can watch it."
Okay, to also clarify, I was rewatching it so I could make it there, and then Julian
How
spoiled
was I
something for
supposed
me.
to know? You said you were never going to watch it after that.
We talked about it the day before that I was watching The Office. Yes, we did. We talked
but
about
you
it.
didn't say you were watching past season 7.
I said I was watching it and seeing where it brought me, meaning that I would like to understand what's going on.
I don't know.
Also, to be clear, this is a half-hour sitcom. It's not Homeland. It doesn't matter necessarily. Like, a spoiler isn't going to
Matters
destroy
to me.
All right. In season 2 episode in the season 2 episode Christmas Party, what Secret Santa gift does Jim get to Pam?
Oh, the teapot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Who convinces Dwight that he's being recruited by the CIA?
Oh my God, that was Jim and Pam doing that together.
Yes and no. Who? Which one out of the two?
It was Jim.
Pam.
It was them.
It
It
was
was a
his
joint
Christmas
effort,
present.
though.
It was his
Yeah.
Christmas present
But you're
that
right.
she'd
It
set
was
up.
It was a joint effort.
It was a joint effort.
Ultimately. It's that awful bit where he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't really be doing this stuff
Yeah.
anymore." Like, "Oh, she's worked so hard on it, Jim. Don't be a dick."
Angela, played by Angela Kinsley, mentions that her favorite song is what? Also,
She had an MP3 player too. I remember this.
played during the first episode of The Office,
Yeah.
and also played at their wedding.
At Angela's wedding or
At Angela's wedding.
Oh, I don't think I got to Angela's
She sings
wedding.
it in the karaoke in the karaoke Christmas
Yep.
with the two parties.
Don't remember.
And it's also the person who she marries is also singing it in the first episode as he's plugging in his phone.
I don't remember.
I'm for you. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Little drummer boy.
I see.
Yeah. All right. Do you want one last one?
Sure.
Okay. Easy or hard? I'll let you pick.
I was about to say, why would I say hard?
So you want like a really easy one?
Yes.
Okay. What song does Michael dance to down the aisle during Pam and Jim's wedding?
I don't know the name of the song.
One,
Yeah. I don't know the name of the song though.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, no, I know the song. I don't know the name.
Chris Brown. Think of the lyrics. It's like I waited my whole life for this one night. It's gonna be me, you, and the dance floor.
Is it on the dance
Cause
floor?
we only got one night.
One night?
Double your pleasure.
See.
Double your fun. And let's dance.
Is it Dance Forever?
Forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it's okay. We tried. It's
I was
all
about
right.
to say, the point of this was that Dan was getting things right, and I got 2 out of all of the ones
That
he
is true.
answered.
That is true. But Dan has a photographic memory. Like I said, if you want him on trivia, not his phone number, but here's his email.
Don't show him your credit card number.
Or do.
If it doesn't make me laugh, I won't remember it, I will say. As my wife will attest, with many plans and things that she tells me that are not funny, that I completely forget.
Wait. That their credit card number doesn't make them laugh?
Yeah, if the credit card number makes me laugh in the way that The Office makes me laugh, I'll remember it.
He has a photographic memory when it comes to things that makes him laugh.
You look at it and it's just like, 420,
Yeah.
69,
Yeah.
boobies.
Yeah. Then you are sunk, and I will be buying you a $200 bouquet of flowers from your wife.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's another Office reference.
Amazing.
Nice.
Amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching the recap room. We are going to sign off. But before that, if you like the episode, make sure to give it a comment, a like, a review. Make sure you write a review on our comment. Give us 5 stars or 4 stars or 3 stars, not 1 star. We're not a Yelp review, but please do let us know what you like, what you don't like, and give us a review. This helps us out on the channel and helps us out on the podcast. And if you like the singing, also let us know because we can sing our way into the intro. But anyways, thank you for watching the recap room. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Nice.
Amazing. Wow, that was good. Woo.